Yo, this is my first video. Uh, I'm here in Tower Blitz today because I'm going to show you how to do a challenge. The Projectile Only challenge. Sure, it's a pretty basic video, but this is my first one. I just want to see how things go. So as soon as you make a lobby, what you want to do, you want to go to maps, you want to choose Grassy Island because objectively, this one's pretty good. It's pretty good for this challenge. So, in case you're not sure what the challenge parameters are, let me show you. So, the challenge is simple. You have to go from wave 0 to wave 28 on normal using only 3 towers: slingshot, crossbower, and demolition. But we're only going to need one anyway. We're going to be using the demolition for this tactic. So what you want to do, you just want to click play. You want to go into the server, you want to choose the Grassy Island map, and then you just want to start. And now you wait for the game to load. If in case the loading's a bit much, I'll edit it out, but my PC's kind of crap, so yeah, it's not the greatest. It won't load it very fast. Right, now that you're in, what you gotta do is you gotta place a demolitionist right in this middle bit here, right there. And with that, you buy iron sights. What this will do is it will give you a slight chance if an enemy walks past it to shoot them. But obviously, it's got a lot of area covered due to the path like this. Now we just wait. What the plan is that we're gonna get about 9 demolitionists. They're all going to be stacked up here, and you want to get only the top path here. You can get the bottom one for fire rate and other stuff, but you're mostly going for a 4-2, as you can see there in the part next to my username on the demolitionist. It says 1-0, it's the upgrades there. You want to get 4-2. Basically what this means, it has massive splash damage and massive damage as well. And so whilst you're waiting, you get big blasts. What this does is now it can take on more enemies than one. I reckon whilst you're there, get fire rate. I had a bit of lag there for a second. Anyway, and now we just wait a little bit longer. So far so good, huh? Surprise, isn't it? It's pretty average. And now we get strong shells. This means that from now on, almost every enemy below heavy should be really easy to kill. So now we keep waiting. Our plan from here is to get shell shock. And then what we do is, once we've got shell shock, we place more demolitionists, get them all up to shell shock. And once all 9 of them are up to shell shock, we will then start to get nuclear warfare. What it does is it helps with getting lower health units. It stops them from getting ahead, meaning that they would focus on, you know, the lower health units when they should be focusing on the higher health ones. Like, oh, can't you just change the target? Well, you can. But I mean, come on. This is so much easier. This game, this is literally this point, you might as well just sit there for 40 minutes and just use your mouse every 5 seconds. So, now I'm going to get another demolitionist and place it here. I'm gonna buy those upgrades, I'm gonna buy that upgrade, I'm gonna get strong shells. So now I've got a 2-2 and a 3-2 demolitionist, you're doing perfectly fine. Obviously I'm not gonna speed this video up or anything, so I want you to be able to follow this at your own pace if you want to do this challenge. It's pretty easy, so I don't think you need to, but in case you want to watch me go all the way from the start to the end, then I guess you can. Okay, so now you have enough for shell shock. Buy shell shock again. You've got 2 3-2 demolitionists. And as you can see here, the heavies can barely even get past. You see that reviver, you think, oh, won't the reviver be a bit difficult? Because I mean, it's got so much health, right? And also it can spawn the demise, but you'll be fine, you know? Just place more demolitionists. for the most part, when you're doing this, the furthest an enemy will get is here. I've tried this before, and it works really well, especially against the bolts. Once you get nuclear warfare, the bolts are just really easy to take out. So we've got another 2-2, a 3-2, and a 3-2. We've got 3 demolitionists right now. You can see the basilisks aren't doing too well. Get another shell shock. Because this one here hasn't got the basilisks in the range, it will lower down the reviver, and also it will deal with the devotees behind it. What this does is it basically softens it up for the rest of them, meaning that the reviver won't get as far as it normally would. So there is a tactical application of this. Obviously, not all the demolitionists have the reviver in its side, but by the time it gets there, it's practically dead anyway. Okay, so now we're going to get another demolitionist, but this time it's going to be up here, meaning that we can, you know, get to the basilisks and all the enemies on this side. The eclipses. Bloody eclipses. The eclipses are very annoying, very fast, but they've got really low health, which is a disadvantage for them, and an advantage for the demolitionists. So let's look at the stats here. So 16 damage, 16. No, that's not 16. That's 12. So you've got 12 damage on all 3 of these. And you've got 6 damage on this one, meaning that all 4 of them, if they all shot at the same time. Well, now it's 12, so I'm not good at maths. But yeah, basically there's enough grenades for them to take out an Eclipser with 1 shot between them all. Now we just get another demolitionist. Look at him. Look at this man. Look at his smile. Okay. So you can go straight for shell shock if you want to, but I like to get the other one so that they all fire at about the same fire rate. But yeah, no, as you can see here, they're absolutely decimating the enemies coming through. I mean, normally, but I mean, we're already almost halfway at this point, wave 16. We're doing really damn good. I'm sure there's a lot of people who play Tower Blitz like way too much. I'm not saying it's bad, but you know, come on, man, take a break. They can probably infer or tell me that, oh, you know, this is such an easy tactic. Why are you making a video in this? This is like preschool level. And as I said earlier at the beginning of the video, I'm only making this to see how it is. Okay, I'll stop waffling. I'll just go back to doing this. Now you can watch the demolitionists do what demolitionists do best. Right, gonna get another one. You see they're all firing in time now for the most part. Because of that, they do lots of damage, which is exactly what I like to see. I'm sure we all like to see it. Okay. Almost done now. We need 3 more demolitionists, which I'm going to place one down here now. Place it down here in advance. Now we just need to wait. The crystals are slow, but they are really, really bad against the demolitionists. Isn't like they will die really easily. And because due to them being slow and spawning so close together, crystals, you can take them out really, really quickly. Okay, get another demolitionist. Well, all we're doing now is we're just placing the last few, upgrading them, and now we just wait to get nuclear warfare. Really easy tactic. You don't even need to use the slingshot or crossbow. And we look at this. They're absolutely decimating this gargantuan. Crystals don't stand a chance. These basilisks, sure, they would seem difficult normally, but because of splash damage, look, because of the splash damage, you don't even need to worry about it. It's the magic of demolitionist. And if you're starting out on Tower Blitz and you're not sure about demolitionist, this video is a good example of how good it is in normal. Obviously, I think, what was it, wave 29 or wave 30 is the boss wave, but it has pretty much every enemy up to the boss wave, up to the Vault Master anyway, so it's a good way to think, do I get the demolitionist? Yes, you do. I mean, just look at this. You got so much splash damage, There's also the fact that there's lots of damage too. It's not got like a massively high DPS, like a damage per second like other towers, but it's still pretty good. And still pretty good. And it's also really cheap as well. Just about 150 more than the crossbow are. But yeah, now we just wait. So what the plan is, this middle demolitionist here that we placed at the beginning, we get nuclear warfare for. Actually no, don't do that. The one in the front middle, we get nuclear warfare for. Now look at that. Look at that splash damage. It's really good. This is what I mean when I said earlier about using splash damage so that you can focus on the big enemies. And also does 50 damage as well. It's pretty good. Because of the massive splash damage, look, it's even hitting the Equinox back here. Oh, what's this say? Okay. But yeah, as you can see, the eclipses are just absolutely useless at this point. Like, they get instantly shredded. Now we've almost got enough for more nuclear warfare. And now we've got two of them. Splash damage is massive. The eclipses, if they do spawn in from the entrance, they'll just die instantly. The gargantuans stand no chance. They're too slow. Their health isn't high enough. So you can see here, this is a really good way to choose this challenge without having to worry about, like, I don't know, using proper strategy. Don't need the crossbows, don't need the slingshots. That's just like a luxury that you don't need. Demolitionists are the perfect way to go. And also, there is the fact that because this, when you start this match, it's got the exact normal stats of a normal game, right? Meaning that you could do this in an actual game. Obviously, I wouldn't do it with 9 demolitionists in a normal match because you probably won't be able to defeat the Vault Master. Here we go, the Vault. Gonna have a little bit of problems with the Vault, but it should be, as you can see, he's already at half health. We should be able to take him out, but barely. And yeah, you can see what I mean. I said earlier, the enemies can get up to here. Especially the Vault. The Vault's the main issue, but now that we've got 3 nuclear warfare demolitionists, it should be a bit faster now. Yeah, there's this other bolt that might get a little bit further, but it will be killed anyway. So you can see here, it gets killed really quickly. I'm almost at the end now. It's surprising how good demolitionist is on normal. So one more, just need a little bit more money, and then we'll have enough for another nuclear warfare. At this point, the splash damage takes out almost every enemy that comes in through the spawn really quickly, and that's kind of the magic of demolitionist. I'm not saying you should main demolitionist, because obviously it's not very turns down. I'm not saying you should main demolitionist because it isn't the greatest tower. Against bosses, it's kind of useless, but for this challenge, it's alright. Like, did you see that? All those basilisks gone in 1 second. A bit of a voice fart there. All of those damn basilisks are gone. Anything that's got really low health, like about 200, gets absolutely shredded. There's a Lightning King. This is the last wave. So Lightning King, I think it spawns about 2 Lightning Kings, and then that's the end of the wave. Yeah, no, you see all these lavas barely even get to the corner. Look, even the bolt is getting hit by the splash damage, and it's so far behind. We've got one more nuclear warfare. So much damage is that? So that's 50. It's 300 damage. That is 300 damage. It's a pretty good amount of damage. Yeah, as you can see here, the Lightning King gets about the same distance as the bolt does, but considering it's so slow, it's not too big of an issue for its health. And we're done. You do the challenge and you get these little points. They can let you buy skin crates. But yeah, so you get a bit of XP from it, which is symbolized by the purple stars. And yeah, that's pretty much a tactic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you another time.